Hello students, welcome to my guest classes. In this presentation we are going to discuss about ionic equilibrium book by questions 1 to 25. Here all the questions have been discussed with a detailed explanation. Students, I hope that it is useful to you. So watch till the end. And if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more videos and immediate notification for the uploads. Let us enter into the question part. Ionic equilibrium book by question. The concentration of Ag plus ions in saturated solution of silver oxalate is 2.24 into 10 power minus 4 mole liter inverse. Solubility product of silver oxalate is the dissociation of silver oxalate Ag2C2O4 silver oxalate dissociate to give 2 Ag plus ion and 1 oxalate ion. இந்த ப்ராப்ளத்தில் Ag plus அயனுடைய கான்சன்ட்ரேஷன் கொடுத்துருக்கு 2.24 into 10 power minus 4 mole liter inverse. ஆக்சலேட் அயனோட கான்சன்ட்ரேஷன் நம்ம கண்டுபிடிச்சு வச்சுக்கணும் 1 mole silver oxalate dissociate to give 2 moles of silver plus ion and 1 mole of oxalate ion. Therefore, the concentration of oxalate ion is half the concentration of silver plus. 2.24 into 10 power minus 4 divided by 2. This is equal to 1.12 into 10 to the power of minus 4 mole liter inverse. Solubility product is equal to the concentration of Ag plus ion power 2 into concentration of oxalate ion. So, கொடுத்திருக்கக்கூடிய value Ag plus நம்ம கொடுத்திருக்கு 2.24 into 10 power minus 4 whole square. Oxalate ion 1.12 into 10 to the power of minus 4. Solve பண்ணா நமக்கு கிடைக்கிறது 5.619 into 10 to the power of minus 2. Unit என்ன? இங்க concentration unit 2 இருக்கு. So, mole square liter inverse 2. இதோட கான்சன்ட்ரேஷன் என்ன மோல் லிட்டர் இன்வெர்ஸ். ஸோ டோட்டல் யூனிட் வந்து மோல் கியூப் லிட்டர் இன்வெர்ஸ் 3. ப்ராப்ளத்தில் வந்து மோல் 3 லிட்டர் இன்வெர்ஸ் 3 இருக்கிறது எல்லா இதுலேயும் இருக்குது. பவர் வந்து 12 இருக்கக்கூடிய பவர் வந்து 2 இதில் இருக்குது. மல்டிப்ளிகேஷன் இந்த 2.24ஐயும் 1.1 மல்டிபிள் பண்ணால் அந்த ஆன்சர் 2.66 வர போகிறதில்ல. ஸோ ஆன்சர் வந்து என்னது 5.619. ஸோ மல்டிப்ளிகேஷன் பண்ணாமல் ஓரளவுக்கு கெஸ் பண்ணி இந்த ஆன்சர் கண்டுபிடிக்கலாம். ஸோ ஆன்சர் இஸ் டி. Second question. Following solutions were prepared by mixing different volumes of sodium hydroxide of hydrochloric acid, different concentrations. pH of which one of them will be equal to 1. Concentration of mixture of the solution can be calculated using this formula, that is the resulting molarity Rm is equal to V1M1 minus V2M2 divided by the total volume V1 plus V2. If the two solutions of the same type, you have to apply the plus sign. If the two solutions of the different solution, you have to apply the negative charge. It is acid and base. V1 is the volume of first solution, M1 is the molarity of the first solution, and V2 is the volume of the second solution, and M2 is the molarity of the second solution. And which one has to be substituted from V1 M1 or V2 M2? The higher value is in the first. Okay. So in case of first option, the first option given that 60 ml of M by 10 hydrochloric acid and 40 ml of M by 10 NaOH. The resulting molarity is equal to V1 is equal to 60 into M1 is M by 10. M by 10 is nothing, it is 1 by 10, 0.1 minus 40 into m by 10, it is 0.1, divided by total volume 60 plus 40. 60 into 0.1, 6 minus 4 divided by 100, this is equal to 2 divided by 100, this is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 2. So this is acid. So the H plus ion concentration is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 2. Therefore pH is equal to 2 minus log 2. This is not equal to 1. In the second case, it is given that Rm is equal to 55 into, again m by 10, it is 0.1, minus 45 into 0.1 divided by 55 plus 45. This is equal to 5.5 minus 4.5 divided by 100. This is equal to 1 by 100. 1 into 10 to the power of minus 2. H plus ion concentration is equal to 1 into 10 to the power of minus 2. Therefore, pH is equal to 2. Okay. Third case. In the third case, given that 75 ml. So, resulting molarity is equal to 75 into m by 5. m by 5, it is 1 by 5. The value is 0.2. Minus 25 into 0.2 divided by 75 plus 25. 75 into 0.2, this is equal to 150, it is 15, minus 25 into 0.2, it is 5, divided by 100. This is equal to 10 by 100, 1 by 10 is equal to 1 into 10 to the power of minus 1. H plus ion concentration is equal to 1 into 10 to the power of minus 1. Therefore, the pH is equal to 1. So, our answer is third option. In case of fourth one, the given is the resulting molarity is equal to 100 into m by 10, it is 0.1, minus 100 into 0.1. divided by 200, 100 plus 100, 200. So this will be 0 by 200. The resulting molarity is equal to 0. That means the H plus ion concentration is 1 into 10 to the power of minus 7. The pH is equal to 7. The solution is neutral. H plus ion concentration and OH minus ion concentrations are neutralized, and so the resulting molarity is 0. So H plus ion concentration is in the neutral case. The pH value is 7. Your answer is third one. Third question. The solubility of barium sulfate in water is 2.42 into 10 power minus 3 gram liter inverse up to 298 Kelvin. The value of its solubility product Ksp will be, given molar mass is equal to 233 gram mole inverse. You have to calculate the value of solubility product. Dissociate to give barium 2 plus and the sulfate ion. Ksp is equal to, the solubility product can be obtained from the concentration and also from the molar solubility. That is S power 1 into S power 1. This is equal to S square. That is Ksp is equal to S square for the barium sulfate. What is S? It is a molar solubility. The molar solubility S is obtained from the solubility. The solubility is 2.42 into 10 power minus 3 gram liter inverse 1 divided by the molecular mass 233 gram mole inverse. Okay. So this is equal to, by solving this, the gram unit is cancelled. The mole inverse will be mole and liter inverse. And this is approximately, we're cancelling it, 1.03 into 10 power minus 5. Therefore, the Ksp is equal to 1.03 into 10 power minus 5 whole square. So this answer, approximately the answer will be in the minus 10. The minus 10 is only in the option C. Okay. and your answer may be C. And suppose it is multiplied by 2 times 1.03 into 1.03, it will be 903, and it is 301, it is 90601. So the answer is 1.06 into 10 to the power of minus 10. The unit is mole square liter inverse 2. So unit is also same. So this answer is C. Okay. Next one. The pH of saturated solution of calcium hydroxide is 9. The solubility product. Now the solubility product from concentration of the species. In the previous problem, the solubility product from molar solubility. The first one, the solubility product from concentration. Dissociation of calcium hydroxide. This calcium hydroxide dissociate to give calcium ion and 2OH ion. The KSP from concentration, it is calcium ion concentration and OH ion concentration power 2. What's the given data? The pH of calcium hydroxide is given. pH of calcium hydroxide is 9. Therefore, the pOH for the base, we have to account the hydroxyl ion concentration. pOH is equal to 5. Therefore, the OH ion concentration is equal to 1 into 10 to the power of minus 5 m. From the data, the hydroxyl ion concentration 1 into 10 to the power of minus 5, the stoichiometric equation, when 1 mole of calcium hydroxide is dissociated, you get 1 mole of calcium ion and 2 moles of OH ion concentration. Therefore, the calcium ion concentration, that CO2 plus, is half the concentration of this hydroxyl ion concentration. This is equal to 0.5 into 10 to the power of minus 5 m. Okay. By substituting the concentration value in this equation, that is KSP is equal to calcium ion concentration is 0.5 into 10 to the power of minus 5, and OH ion concentration is 1 into 10 to the power of minus 5 square. So it is in the power of 10 to the power of minus 15. Okay. This is equal to 0.5 into 10 power minus 5 and here 10 minus 15 molar concentration. So this is equal to 5 into 10 to the power of minus 4, or 0.5 into 10 power minus 15. 0.5 into 10 power minus 15 is given in this answer. So your answer is A. Fifth one, the conjugate base for the Bronsted acids H2O and HFR. The Bronsted acids, here the question is conjugate base. The conjugate base and acids are differ by means of one proton. For example, the hydrochloric acid, the conjugate base is Cl minus. Okay. And OH minus ion, the conjugate acid is water. So conjugate acid and bases are differ by proton. Differ by one proton. To obtain conjugate base, remove one H plus ion, minus H plus ion. To obtain conjugate acid, add one proton, that is H plus. So this is the concept to obtain the conjugate acid base. Here the question is to conjugate base for the Bronsted. Conjugate base for the Bronsted, you have to subtract the H plus ion. So for water, H2O, the conjugate base is OH minus. One hydrogen is removed. And for hydrofluoric acid, what is the conjugate base? By removing the H plus, you get F minus. So conjugate bases of water and fluoride is OH minus ion and F minus ion respectively. Your answer is C. Question number 6. Which will make basic buffer? 50 ml of 0.1 m sodium hydroxide plus 25 ml of 0.1 m acetic acid. 100 ml of 0.1 m acetic acid plus 100 ml of 0.1 m ammonium hydroxide. 100 ml of 0.1 m HCl plus 200 ml of 0.1 m ammonium hydroxide. Finally, 100 ml of 0.1 m HCl plus 100 ml of 1 m 0.1 m NaOH. Here the concept is the acidic buffer contains weak acid and it's salt with the strong base. Salt of the strong base. Similarly, the basic buffer is the weak base, mixture of weak base plus the salt of the base with the strong acid. The concept. Here given the first one, the combination is NaOH plus acetic acid. Here the weak acid is acetic acid and the salt is the strong base. So it is called acidic buffer. This mixture is acidic buffer. And B is the combination of acetic acid and another one is the ammonium hydroxide. It is a weak acid and it is a weak base, so it is not the buffer solution. For a buffer solution, one of the combination should be weak. And the third one, it is hydrochloric acid, another one is the ammonium hydroxide. It is a weak base and it is strong acid. So weak base combination is basic buffer. So C is the basic buffer. Basic buffer. And D, the combination is hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide, both are strong. So it is not a buffer. The question is which will make the basic buffer? Your answer is C. Seventh one, which of the following fluoro compounds is most likely to behave as Lewis base? 4 options are given. The concept is the electron donor is a base. The species ability to donate an electron pair is called base, Lewis base. And the species having the ability to accept the electron pair are said to be acid. Okay. Let us consider the combinations. First one is a boron trifluoride. Boron trifluoride, boron atomic number is 5. So the outer cell consists of 3 electrons, 2 and 3, K cell 2 and L cell 3. And fluorine, the atomic number 9, so it has outer cell 7 electron. So fluorine shared 1 electron to the boron atom to make the bond. So this is the structure of boron trifluoride. In boron trifluoride, if you count the outer cell electron, totally 6. 6 electrons are present in the outer cell electron. So the octet is incomplete. Incomplete octet is there. So here the electron vacant is there. Electron vacant. So as electron vacant is present, what happens? It is ability to donate the electron or accept the electron. It can accept the electron, so it behaves as the acid. So boron trifluoride is the B. Phosphorus trifluoride. Phosphorus atomic number is 15. So the outer cell consists of 5 electrons. And we have known that from the first example, it has fluorine share 1 electron and each fluorine shares 1 electron. The octet consists of totally 8 electrons. So it is a complete octet. But in addition to that, there are pair of electron is present. This is called a lone paired electron. Due to the presence of lone paired electron, it has the ability to donate the electron or accept the electron. It has the ability to donate the electron. So it is the base. So PF3 is the base. Okay. Then about carbon tetrafluoride and silicon tetrafluoride, C and D. So your answer is B. So the question is most likely to behave as a Lewis base, the phosphorus trifluoride. This is because due to the presence of lone paired electron in their structure. What about carbon tetrafluoride? Carbon atomic number 6. So outer cell consists of 4 electrons and each fluorine is shared by 1 electron. So the octet consists of 8 electrons. There is no electron vacant or lone paired electron. So the carbon tetrafluoride may not be a Lewis acid or the Lewis base. It cannot act as a Lewis acid or Lewis base. About silicon tetrafluoride, it is the same group element. So carbon outer shell consists of 4 electron and fluorine share 1 electron. It has octet 8 electron. Here there is no vacant or unpaired electron is present. So silicon tetrafluoride also not behaves as Lewis acid and a Lewis base. Your answer is phosphorus trifluoride. Okay. The question number 8. Which of these is not likely to act as Lewis base? A. Boron trifluoride, phosphorus trifluoride, carbon monoxide and F minus. In boron trifluoride, we have already discussed in the previous question. It is an electron deficient species. It is electron deficient and so it acts as Lewis acid. And B. Phosphorus trifluoride is electron sufficient species. Electron excess is present due to the presence of lone paired electron. It behaves as Lewis base. These two have been discussed in the previous question. About the C, it is a carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide have unpaired electrons in it and so it acts as a base. So any species having unpaired electron behaves as a base. And about D, any anions behaves as Lewis base. So the fluoride ion, carbon monoxide and BF3 behaves as a Lewis base. The question is, which of these is not likely to act as a Lewis base? The boron trifluoride. It is the Lewis acid. So your answer is A. Question number 9. What is the decreasing order of strength of the bases? The different bases are given, that is OH minus, NH2 minus, CH, triple bond C minus, and the fourth one CH3 is CH2 minus. All are bases. The question is decreasing order of the strength of the base. According to Lewis concept, all are bases. For that, what you have to find is conjugate acids you have to find. What are the conjugate acids? For OH minus, the conjugate acid is H2O, and NH2 minus, the conjugate acid is NH3. Conjugate acids are obtained by adding one H plus. So we have already discussed. The conjugate acid of this species is CH triple bond CH. Conjugate acid of this ethyl carbon ion is CH3 CH3. So conjugate acids are found. Then conjugate acids are arranged in the strength order. Conjugates their strength. Water and then ammonia, water and then acetylene, then ammonia, then the hydrocarbon ethane. This is the strength of the acidic order. The basic strength is reverse one. Basic strength is the reverse of the one. The first strong base is now CH3, CH2 minus, then your NH2 minus, then the CH minus, the finally OH minus. The base of the conjugate acids are in the reverse order. So this is the concept. For that, this type of question, you have to find out the conjugate acids or conjugate base. From the conjugate acid or conjugate base, you have to arrange the strength of the basic or strength order, and the reverse zone is the your respective order. So your answer is C. So in C it is given CH3, CH2 minus, etc. Okay. Question number 10. The aqueous solution of sodium formate, aluminum chloride and potassium cyanide are respectively. The three types of solutions are given. One is the sodium formate, COONA. And another one is aluminum chloride, AlCl3. And third one is the potassium cyanide. In case of sodium formate, formic acid is the weak acid, and the sodium, it is from the sodium hydroxide, it is a strong base. So the solution is in basic nature. Basic nature. Aluminum chloride, it is a salt from HCl and it is aluminum hydroxide. Hydrochloric acid is a strong acid. The solution is acidic in nature. You have to find the nature. KOH and potassium, KOH and HCl. Here it is a strong base. So this solution is basic in nature and it is a weak acid. In case of sodium formate, it is a combination of weak acid and a strong base. The solution is basic. Aluminum chloride is a combination of aluminum hydroxide and HCl. It is a strong acid and so it is acidic. Potassium hydroxide and HCl, it is a combination of strong base and weak acid and the solution is basic. So the solutions are respectively basic, acidic, basic. Basic, acidic, basic. Your answer is B. Question number 11. The percentage of pyridine that forms pyridinium ion in a 0.10 m aqueous pyridine solution. The amount of pyridine dissociate when the concentration of the pyridine is 0.10 m. It is converted into pyridinium ion. What is the percentage of pyridine dissociated? Pyridine dissociation, that is C6. Pyridine dissociated to pyridinium ion, that is NH+. The concentration of the substance is given as 0.10 m. What is the dissociation? Kp is given. It is 1.7 into 10 to the power of minus 9. The formula to find out the dissociation is root of Kb by C. Kb is 1.7 into 10 to the power of minus 9 and the concentration is 0.1. This is equal to 1.7 into 10 to the power of minus 8. By taking root for 1.7, we get the value 1.3 into 10 to the power of minus 4. So by converting into percentage, it is 1.3 into 10 to the power of minus 2. For percentage, the value is converted into 100. So this is equal to 0.013 percentage. Your answer is B. Question number 12. The equal volumes of 3 acid solutions of pH 1, 2 and 3 are mixed in a vessel. What will be the H+ ion concentration in the mixture? 3 solutions with the pH equal to 1 and 2, 3. If pH is equal to 1, what is the concentration? 1 into 10 to the power of minus 1. The second case, the H+ ion concentration is 1 into 10 power minus 2. Third case, the H+ ion concentration is equal to 1 into 10 power minus 3. Here the equal volumes of 3 acid solutions are mixed. Say the volume is equal to X. What will be the H+ ion concentration of the mixture? So the resulting mixture molarity, you have the formula V1 M1 plus V2 M2 plus V3 M3 divided by V1 plus V2 plus V3. Here the volume is X and M1 is 0.1 plus V2, the volume is X, M2 is 0.01 and V3 is X and M3 is 0.001 divided by X plus X plus X. This will be 3, this is X, X is the common, and it will be 0.1, 0.1, 0.01, 0.001. Thus this is 0.111. So X plus 0.111 divided by 3X. So the XX is cancelled and it is 0.111 divided by 3. This is equal to 111 into 10 power minus 3 divided by 3. This is equal to 27 into 10 power minus 3. 27 into 10 power minus 3. 27 or 37. It is 37 into 10 power minus 3. 37 into 10 power minus 3. What is that? There is no answer. So it will be 3.7 into 10 power minus 2. So your answer is A. 13. The solubility of AgCl with solubility product 1.6 into 10 power minus 10 in 0.1 m sodium chloride solution would be. Now the question is the solubility of the silver chloride in the presence of sodium chloride. The solubility of sodium chloride and the solubility product in aqueous solution. Water is given, that is 1.6 into 10 power minus 10. And what is the value of this solubility in the 0.1 m NaCl? Okay. Solubility product of NaCl in aqueous solution, that is AgCl, dissociate to give AgCl minus KSP is equal to given 1.6 into 10 power minus 10. Now, AgCl dissociate into Ag plus and Cl minus in presence of NaCl. What is the solubility of sodium? Solubility of silver chloride. Okay. For that, what we have to do? Writing KSP is equal to S into S, that is S squared in case of water. In presence of sodium chloride, what is that? The S for silver, and this will be S plus 0.1. This 0.1 comes from this 0.1 m sodium chloride. This is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 10 is equal to S into S plus 0.1. When compared to the S value with the 0.1, by the comparison between S and 0.1, what is the S value? In case of silver chloride, the S is approximately 10 to the power of minus. So S is very less than that of this 0.1. Okay. So you can neglect this, the S value. So S into 0.1. So 1.6 into 10 power minus 10 is equal. So S in case of sodium chloride will be 1.6 into 10 power minus 10 divided by 0.1. This is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 9 m. Your answer is 1.6 into 10 power minus m. Okay. Once again, I recall this problem. Silver chloride dissociated into Ag plus and Cl minus ion. KSP is given 1.6 in 10 power minus 10 m. Silver chloride dissociation in NaCl, what is the S value? In water, the S is approximately 10 power minus 5. It is equal to S square. KSP is equal to S square in water. So it is approximately 10 power minus 5. In presence of 0.1 m NaCl, what happens? The NaCl dissociate to give the chloride ion. This is added to your solubility. So it will be KSP S into S is for Ag plus and this S is to the chloride. The 0.1 is added. When compare the value of 10 power minus 5 and 0.1, it is very less. Answer we can neglect in S. Okay. So the S value will be 1.6 into 10 power minus m substitute. Okay. Question number 14. If the solubility product of lead iodide is 3.2 into 10 power minus 8, then the solubility will be solubility of the silver iodide. Lead iodide, that is PbI2. It dissociates to give Bb plus 2I minus. Writing solubility Ksp is equal to number of Pb2 plus ion is 1. So 1 power 1 into it is 2 amount. So 2 power S power 2. So totally it will be S into 4S2. So totally 4S cube for the Ksp and the solubility relations for the lead iodide. Clear? Here the Ksp is given, solubility product of the lead iodide is 3.2 into 10 power minus 8. And what is the S value? So this is the question. Instead of Ksp, it is 3.2 into 10 power minus 8 is equal to 4 into S power cube. 3.2 divided by 4 into 10 power minus 8. This will be 0.8 into 10 power minus 8 S cube. Here the question is S. So S is 0.8 into 10 power minus 8 power 1 by 3. I can write this like 8 into 10 power minus 9 power 1 by 3. So 8 power 1 by 3 into 10 power minus 9 power 1 by 3. 8 power 1 by 3 is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 3. So S value is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 3. Your answer is A. Using Gibbs free energy change, del G naught is equal to 57.34 kilojoule mole inverse. For the reaction X2Y solid, dissociate to give 2X minus plus Y2 minus, calculate the solubility product of X2Y in water at 300 Kelvin. The question is solubility product of the X2 and Y. To find out the solubility product of X2Y, what are the values you have to know? And is there any relation between the solubility product and other things? The del G value is given. Del G is the Gibbs free energy change. Dissociation of X2Y. X2Y dissociate to give the ions 2X plus and Y2 minus. Suppose you are writing K equilibrium for this X plus power 2 Y2 minus divided by X2Y. This is equal to X plus 2 Y2 minus divided by 1 because X2Y is equal to 1. The given data, that is del G. Del G and equilibrium constant is related as minus 2.303 into R into T into log K equilibrium. At equilibrium condition, we can write the KEQ is equal to KSP, that is solubility product. So you can write that del G is equal to minus 2.303 into RT log KSP. Del G value is given minus 57.32 kilojoule. So it is in the joule form. It is 10 power 3. And minus 2.3, it is plus minus 3.3, 2.03 into R value 8.314 joule Kelvin inverse mole inverse. And the temperature is 300 Kelvin and log KSP. So log KSP is equal to 57.32 into 10 power 3 divided by minus of 2.303 into 8.314 into 300. Okay, this 300 and 8.314 value will be 22.4 approximately. It is 20.22.4. 32 into 10 power 3 divided by minus 2.303 into 22.4. So it is a correlation value. So 22.4 and 2, this will be 57. And so by cancelling, you get the value log KSP is equal to minus 10. So it's a simple multiplication. You can make this. So KSP is equal to 10 power minus 10. So the log 1 is equal to 10. Log minus 10 is equal to 10 power 10. So KSP is equal to 10 power minus 10 M. So our answer is A. Question number 16. That is My and NY3 are insoluble salt and have the same KSP values. 6.2 in 10 power minus 13 at room temperature. Which statement would be true with regard to My and NY3? For My, the KSP is equal to S square. And for NY3, KSP is equal to 27 S power 4. The relation is. It is obtained by NY3 dissociate to give N plus 3Y minus KSP is obtained by S into 3S power 3. So this is equal to S into 27 S power 3 is equal to 27 S power 4. Okay. So the S value is approximately 2.2 into 10 power minus 3 power 1 by 2. So this is equal to 10 power minus 6 approximate S value. In case of NY3, the S value is 6.2 into 10 power minus 13 divided by 27 and it is a fourth root. So here the S is approximately 10 power minus 4. So the solubility of the two components are different. So My solubility is less than that of NY3 solubility. Okay. Now consider the first statement. So according to first statement, the salts of My and NY3 are more soluble in 0.5 mKy than in the pure water. The solubility of the salts of both the My and in case of A, the My and NY3 in the presence of Ky. Ky produces the common ion, that is Y minus. So in presence of Ky, the solubility of both the My and NY3 are less. But in the statement it is given that the salts of My and NY3 are more soluble in Ky than in pure water. It is less soluble. So this statement is wrong. The second one, the addition of salt of Ky to the suspension of My and NY3, we have no effect on their solubility. It is also wrong because the solubility will decrease in the presence of Y minus. So here also wrong. Then the molar solubility of My and NY3 in waters are identical. It is not true because they are different. Okay. And the molar solubility of My in water is less than that of the NY3. It is obtained is My is less than that of the NY3. So it is a right statement. So your option is D. 17th question. What is the pH of the resulting solution when equal volumes of 0.1 m sodium hydroxide and 0.0 m HCl is mixed? The resulting mixture RH is equal to formula V1 M1 minus V2 M2 divided by V1 plus V2. Here the sodium hydroxide is in the higher concentration and the volume is X. So it is X volume. The molarity is 0.1 minus V2 is X equal volume. So it is also X 0.01 divided by X plus X. So this is equal to X, common X, 0.1 minus 0.01. 0.1 minus 0.01. So it will be 0.09. 09 divided by 2x. So x is cancelled. It is 0.09 by 2. Okay. This is equal to 0.045 m. The given solution is basic in nature because the concentration of sodium hydroxide is greater, that is 0.1 into x. So this molarity is taken as hydroxyl ion concentration. Hydroxyl ion concentration is equal to 0.045 m, or it is equal to 4.5 into 10 power minus 2. In this problem, the pH is asked. First to find out the pOH. pOH, the formula is minus log OH ion concentration. So minus log 4.5 into 10 power minus 2. This is equal to 2 minus log 4.5 is equal to log 4.0 is equal to 0.35. So this is minus 2.0. 2 minus 0.35. This is equal to this is equal to 2 minus log 4.5. Log 4.5 is equal to 0.65. 2 minus 0.65, 1.35. pOH is equal to 1.35. Then pH is equal to 14 minus pOH. So 14 minus 1.35. This is equal to 12.65. Your answer is D. Question number 18. The dissociation constant of a weak acid is 1 into 10 power minus 3. In order to prepare the buffer solution with the pH is equal to 4, with the acid divided by salt, ratio should be. The ratio of acid and salt is asked. For a buffer solution, the Henderson equation is given by, so it is acidic buffer. So pH is equal to pKa plus log salt concentration by acid concentration. Here the ratio of ratio of log salt concentration divided by acid concentration is equal to pH minus pKa. The pH is given, that is 4, and the pKa value minus. So instead of pKa, the Ka value is given. The Ka is equal to 1 into 10 power minus 3. Therefore, the pK is equal to minus log Ka is equal to minus log 1 into 10 power minus 3. So this is equal to 3 minus log 1 is equal to 3 minus 0. So 3. So pKa value is 3. This combination is 1. So log salt concentration divided by acid concentration is equal to 1. The ratio of salt divided by acid is equal to, this value is 10. Log 10 is equal to 1. So salt divided by acid is equal to 1. Here the question is asked by acid and salt. So acid concentration divided by salt concentration. So this is equal to 1 by 10. So acid is 1 and the salt is 10. So 1 is to 10 ratio. The answer is D. Question number 19. The pH of 10 power minus 5 mKOH solution will be. The solution is KOH. The given data is pH. pH is in the question. The concentration of the potassium metacid is given. The concentration is 10 to the power minus 5 m. Potassium metacid is a monoacidic, and so the hydroxyl ion concentration is equal to 10 power minus 5. From that you can calculate POH. POH is nothing minus log OH ion concentration by substituting this value minus log 10 power minus 5. This is equal to minus log 1 5. So POH is equal to 5. Here the question is pH. pH is equal to 14 minus POH. 14 minus 5. This is equal to 9. Your answer is A. Question number 20. H2PO4 minus is the conjugate base of. Conjugate bases are obtained by losing one proton from the species. Here it is H2PO4 minus. So this is the base. This conjugate base is obtained from the one acid. The acid may be H3PO4. By losing one proton, you get the conjugate base. So this is the conjugate base of this acid. By adding proton, what do you get? The charge is neutralized. So the answer is C. Question number 21. Which of the following can act as Lowry-Bronsted as well as the base? Lowry-Bronsted acid as well as base. Acid is the proton donor and base is the proton acceptor. Okay, the question is, which of the following can act as Lowry-Bronsted acid as well as the base? So the species having ability to accept the proton as well as donate the proton. Consider hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid can only donate a proton. It cannot obtain the proton. In case of B, the sulfate ion, SO4 minus ion, it can accept the proton, but it cannot donate the proton. So it can act as a base, not acid. In case of C, HFPO4 2 minus, it donate a proton and so it will be P4 3 minus. It accept the proton, that is by adding H plus, it will H2PO4 minus. So this species can act as acid as well as base. In case of bromide, it can accept the proton, so it is a base. Okay, it cannot act as a acid because it has no proton. So answer is C. C is the species can act as Lowry-Bronsted acid as well as base. Question number 22. The pH of an aqueous solution is 0. The solution is. The pH value is from 0 to 7 and 14. 0 to 7 is the acid and 7 to 4 is the base. Here the basic character increases. Basic strength increases. From 0 to 7, the acid strength increases. So the pH of the solution is 0. The solution is acidic and it is strongly acidic. Alternatively, by alternate, the pH is equal to minus log H plus ion concentration. And so the minus log H plus is equal to the pH value is 0. The H plus ion concentration is equal to 10 power minus pH is equal to 10 power 0, the H plus ion concentration. Therefore, the H plus ion concentration is equal to 1 m. So, its 1 m is the strong acid. Question number 23. The hydrogen ion concentration of a buffer solution consists of weak acid and its salt is given by. So, it's a direct information from buffer solution. The Henderson equation. For acidic solution, the pH is equal to pKa plus log salt concentration by acid concentration. And here the relation is H plus. Okay. So the pH is expanded as minus log H plus minus log Ka plus log salt concentration by acid concentration. Otherwise, it is log 1 by H plus ion concentration is equal to log 1 by Ka plus log salt concentration by acid concentration. By removing log, this is equal to log salt concentration by acid concentration into 1 by K. The left hand side log 1 by H plus ion concentration. The 1 divided by H plus ion concentration is equal to salt concentration divided by acid concentration into 1 by Ka. So the H plus ion concentration is equal to Ka into acid concentration divided by salt concentration. The answer is A. Question number 24. Which of the following relation is correct for degree of hydrolysis of ammonium acetate? For ammonium acetate, it is a salt of weak acid and a strong base. The Ka into Kb into Kh is equal to Kw. The Kh is equal to Kw divided by Ka into Kb. So it is a hydrolysis constant. For the degree of hydrolysis asked, it is a square root of Kh, and so it is square root of Kw into Ka into Kb. So in the answer C, it is given as Kh divided by Kw into B. It is Kw. So the answer is C. The dissociation constant of ammonium hydroxide is 1.8 into 10 power minus 5. The hydrolysis constant of ammonium chloride would be. The ammonium chloride is the salt of weak base and strong acidic, and the solution is acidic in nature. The hydrolysis constant Kh is obtained by Kw divided by Kb. Kw is 1 into 10 power minus 14. And Kb is given, it is 1.8 into 10 power minus 5. So this is equal to, so approximate exponential power may be 10 to the power of minus 9. So here 1.8 may not be the answer. Okay, this one. So this is 0.55 into 10 power minus 9. Otherwise it is 5.5 into 10 power minus 10. Okay, students. Okay, students, we have come to the end of the all questions. I hope that it is useful to you. If any queries on this objective questions, post your comments. Thank you for visiting.